Hi guys, my name is Vaishnavi. I am studying in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. I am going to explain about constructor in Java. Introduction to constructor in Java. Constructors are special method used to initialize object in Java. They have the same name as the class and do not have a return type. Constructors are automatically called when an object is created. Purpose of constructor. Constructors are used to set initial values for the attributes of an object. They ensure that the object is in a valid state upon creation. Constructors can also be used to perform any necessary setup or initialization tasks. Default constructor. A default constructor is automatically created by Java if no constructor is defined. It has no parameters and does not perform any specific initialization. It is useful when no additional initialization is required for the object. Parameterized constructor. A parameterized constructor is defined with one or more parameters. It allows us to initialize the object with specific values during creation. Multiple constructors can be defined with different parameters combinations. Constructor overloading. Constructor overloading is the practice of having multiple constructors with different parameters. It provides flexibility in object initialization. The appropriate construction is chosen based on the argument provided during object creation. Constructor chaining. Constructor chaining allows one construction to call another constructor within the same class. It is achieved using the this keyword. It helps avoid code duplication and ensures that common initialization tasks are performed. Constructor chaining code. Java public class person open flower bracket string name semicolon int age semicolon public person open brackets open flower bracket this open brackets double inverted commas unknown comma 0 semicolon comment line calls the parameterized constructor close the flower bracket public person open brackets string n comma int a open flower bracket name equals n semicolon age equals a semicolon close the flower brackets. Calling a constructor from another constructor. In Java, a constructor can call another constructor using the this keyword. This is known as constructor chaining. By using constructor chaining, we can reuse code and avoid duplicating initialization logic. Access modifier in constructor. Constructor can have access modifier like public, private or protected. The access modifier determines the visibility of the constructor. Public constructor can be accessed from anywhere, while private constructor can only be accessed within the class. Initialization blocks. Initialization blocks are used to initialize instance variables of a class. There are two types of initialization blocks. Instance initialization blocks and static initialization blocks. Intense initialization blocks are executed each time an object of the class is created, while static initialization blocks are executed only once when the class is loaded. Finalizer. Finalizer are special methods that are called by the garbage collector. Before an object is garbage collected, finalizers are used to perform cleanup action or release resource held by the object. It is generally recommended to avoid using finalizer as they can impact performance and are not granted to be called. Example: creating a simple class. Let us create a simple class called person with attributes name and age. We will define a parameterized constructor to initialize these attributes. The constructor will take the name and age as parameters. Example: creating a simple class code Java public class person open flower bracket string name semicolon int age semicolon public person open bracket string n comma int a open flower bracket name equals n semicolon age equals a semicolon close the flower brackets. Example: creating object. To create an object of the person class, we use the new keyword followed by the constructor. We can pass the required argument to the constructor. The constructor initializes the object with the provided values. Example: creating object code Java person1 equals new person open bracket double inverted comma John comma 25 semicolon person2 equals new person open bracket double inverted comma Hima comma 30 semicolon. Example of access object attributes. Once the objects are created, we can access their attributes using the dot operator. We can retrieve and modify the attribute values as needed. The attributes are initialized with the values provided in the constructor. Example of access object attributes code. Java system.out.println open bracket person1 dot name semicolon comment line output is John. System.out.println open brackets person2 dot age semicolon comment line output 30. Person1 dot age equals 26 semicolon comment line modifying attribute value. System.out.println open bracket person1 dot age semicolon comment line output 26. Best practice for constructor. Keep constructor simple and focused on initializing the object. Avoid performing complex computations or time consuming operations in constructors. Consider using static factory method instead of constructors for object creation in certain scenarios. Conclusion: constructors play a crucial role in object initialization and setup in Java. They allow us to define how objects are created and initialized with specific values. Constructors can be default, parameterized, or overloaded based on our requirements. Thank you, guys.